It could be the most exciting or the most terrifying day of your life. 1 year away from everyone you know and love. 1 year in the complete unknown. It's a rite of passage for thousands of young Russian men. A chance to find out what they're really capable of. I was joining them on this journey of discovery, and God knows it was going to be tough.
Take a deep breath and hold it.
What's your full name?
Brown, James.
Have you ever done any sports?
I swim.
Excellent. Everything's fine.
Все окей. Спасибо большое.
Take this with your right hand. Arm to your side. Squeeze.
Harder.
Perfect.
Dear Oksana, I can't believe I'm actually writing this. I'm going to join the Russian paratroopers, the ВДВ. My fellow recruits are all just 18 and they look it. This is their first time away from their parents, but at least for now, none of them seem too nervous. The regiment's based in Tula, a few hours' drive away from Moscow, and when we pulled into the barracks, I knew there was no turning back.
Comrade soldiers, you're in the military now. No more joking anymore. Here, according to military regulations, we perform our active duty. Now to positions. Dress left, turn right, form a single rank, march on the double. Private Brown, bed number 88. Unpack your personal belongings. In 3 minutes, gather in the corridor.
This is boot camp. All the new guys are locked in together in the complex for a minimum of 1 month. And it's as crowded as I'd feared. There must be at least 80 bunks in this one room. And we were issued our new beds and told to make them, quickly.
Make the bed. First, smooth out the lower mattress, then put the upper mattress on it. Put 1 bed sheet on top. Too slow. Faster, faster, faster. Any questions, Private Brown?
Everything's clear.
20 seconds left. Everyone's sheets must be the same level. Private Brown, that's not how you make a bed. Tuck the foot towel under the mattress. Tuck it under.
Our beds were all botch jobs, but we passed inspection. I'm gonna have to get used to being ordered around. Tomorrow, the hard work begins.
Rise and shine, company!
Faster, faster! Put on your sports uniform, comrade paratroopers.
Come on, soldiers! Faster, faster, you don't have much time.
As I thought, day 1 was just a walk in the park. At 6 AM we're awake, at 6:10 we're up and running. This is just a short one, a couple of kilometers to get the heart pumping, because we're only getting started.
Finish the exercise.
Even though I'm probably fitter than I've been for years, this is a totally different level.
1, 2. Push, push. Do as many push-ups as you can.
I can safely say I'm never going to get used to doing knuckle push-ups on gravel.
Are you tired, soldier? Do you think it's gonna be easy? Go on with the exercise. Come on, come on. A bit more. Let's get ready to run.
We don't call them good soldiers or bad soldiers. The commander that can't transform any conscript into a good soldier is a bad one. The main thing is that a soldier has to want to become better. In a year, they'll be back home, not as boys, but as true men who understand the army way of life and have stood shoulder to shoulder with their comrades. A year's not enough to become a real soldier, I know, but at least a year of army service behind your soldiers is quite a good experience to have. It means a lot.
Three times a day, we're marched into the mess hall to eat. The food is bland, tasteless, and portions are strictly controlled. This is where you get a real good look at who's actually in the army. There are lads here from all over Russia, and some from the old Soviet Union. Guys with the faces of hardened veterans, and kids that look like they haven't started shaving yet. It's an interesting mix, and a little intimidating. What do your family think about you being in the army?
Well, they're not worried. I've told them it's a good military base. Everything's fine. Nothing seemed particularly difficult to me.
A man must serve in the army. That's what I believe.
I don't respect people who avoid military service.
Commence partial disassembly.
Today I also had my first meeting with my new best friend, my AK-74 assault rifle. In combat, this is what's going to save your life. So God help you if you don't look after it. Taking care of your gun means knowing it inside and out, and we're all expected to be able to strip it and put it back together. Some of the guys can do this in 20 seconds or less. For now, I'm more worried about accuracy.
Machine guns are hard, so all newcomers hurt their hands. Your hands will get used to it and become harder, more agile. You're not going to touch a gun as though it were a woman. You do everything quickly. You shouldn't be too gentle. Some people become so skilled at it that they can assemble and disassemble it with their eyes closed and with one hand. For instance, if you get wounded, you'll have to assemble it with just one hand. They improvise.
Marching drill. The arm moves on two. Like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. In front of your torso. 1. Stronger. 2. Right turn. March. 1. Paratrooper, do not change your arms so often. 1, 2, 3. Step on all of your feet. Private Brown. Right leg, left arm. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Private Brown.
Yeah.
Your arm moves are terrible. That will not do. An hour of marching practice for you? Right after dinner.
Есть. Another constant for us every day is going to be marching practice. The fundamentals of soldiering. Put your hands and feet in the right place, at the right time, to the right rhythm. I guess this is why they call it drill, because unless it's hammered into your skull until it sticks, it's easy to mess it up. We can spend hours on the square trying to get it right. One thing we all have in common is how exhausted we are by lights out. 11 p.m, you've got dozens of men ready to collapse. The Russians have a saying that something stinks like a barracks, and it's certainly true. We're just all too tired to care. I knew today was going to be tough when we lined up in front of our heavy equipment. We put on a flak jacket, helmet, gas mask, and webbing. About 25 kilos worth, and we're told, get ready to run. This is what they call a forced march, and it's brutal. 2 kilometers would normally be a breeze, but soon the extra weight has your shoulders in agony, and my new boots were killing me. They give us 20 minutes to recover in the shade, but I was struggling, and I was wondering how the others were coping with everything.
Well, life's changing. It's not civilian life. Now we live according to army regulations.
You stop thinking all about yourself. You start telling your comrades about adjusting their uniform and things like that. We're one team now.
Shift to arms.
After several dummy runs with the AKs, we were ready for the real deal. Live fire exercises, and they don't disappoint. Private Brown, ready to fire.
Fire!
First up, range shooting. Targets, 100 meters.
Pull smoother.
The weather was becoming a real problem, though. It was already way over 30 degrees, and I was starting to overheat. Private Brown, firing finished. But I think you'd still be proud of my first effort.
Private Brown, you're a good shooter. Your shots are tight, but you don't hold the gun firmly enough against your shoulder. That'll lead to recoil, so the bullets go higher. The best part is seeing the end result. When I know I haven't wasted my time on these guys. It wasn't all in vain. I can see that I've taught them to hit a target with the first shot, to take parachute jumps. I see the results of all of my efforts. Everything else is routine in this tough life of ours.
I also learned that I'll be firing a bazooka this week. You'll no doubt be pleased to hear. Private Brown, ready to fire.
Hit the target with a grenade. Fire!
Don't worry, I have been having lessons, so hopefully I won't blow myself up. Wow. I can't hear anything. Just... That's the real army. And my young comrades with...
Private Brown, get out here!
After decades of prosecuting a covert and proxy war against Iran, can Washington change its behavior? Many in Washington have dismissed Obama's olive branch out of hand. Many in Iran are just as mistrustful. Is this quest for peace a fool's errand?
We've made it out of boot camp. Now the real fun and games begin.
It's okay, James. It's war.
Do your military service here, and you can expect some of the toughest training in the army. As for the rest, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Watch on RT.
It was a terrible mistake, and we're working very hard to make up for it.
Once again, we put something on the air. It's a flat-out lie.
Have you ever had sex with Governor Rick Perry?
No, wait. Do not answer that. I want you to watch what we're about to do because you've never seen anything like this on television.
Dear Oksana, you know that 1 year's military service is compulsory here for men aged 18 to 27, but many try to avoid it, some legally, others less so. In 2013, 650,000 conscripts reported for duty, but that's only 70% of those who are eligible. Bringing more recruits into the ranks is a priority for the top brass. As for me, I think I'm finally starting to get it. The fitness work is becoming a little easier, I'm getting better with my gun, and feeling more like a real part of the unit. Of course, there's one thing that we're all waiting for more than anything else. The thing that makes the ВДВ unique.
Look, here we've got the main parachute. And here are 3 harnesses to pack the parachute away properly. Look, we work in 2. You help me with that side of the canopy.
All of us have to undergo a minimum of 2 weeks parachute training before our first jump, and there's a lot to take in. We team up and work in pairs, but the captain is always nearby to make sure we're doing it properly. A mistake here could literally be the difference between life and death.
Start pulling down carefully. Go, go, go.
Don't take the chamber off the cloth. Stop.
Okay, stop. Don't lift it.
You can't pull it here. It's forbidden. It would end badly.
My training partner Ivan isn't far into his military service, but he's finding it tough being away from home. I can see you're married, yeah?
I am.
That must be difficult, being here without her.
To me and to her, yeah, but we can get over it. I mail her. This is much better than calling on the phone or sending messages. She says it's always so nice to have my letters that it makes her want to cry. I received my first mail here in the first week of service, and I will remember it forever.
Everyone's writing home about their jumps. It's a real rite of passage here, the first time you feel like a para. If I'm honest, I'm trying not to think about it too much. I've never been particularly happy with heights. But it's not just the air we have to be at home in. There's a special reconnaissance unit assigned for sea and river missions, which might have to gather information or clear mines for following troops. And I was invited to an underwater training session.
The instructor uses signals to indicate when the valve is closed. He will give a no air signal. If you run out of air, you look for the nearest partner and take a spare mouthpiece from him. In this situation, it's important not to panic. Keep calm and look for a partner.
Everything was going well up to the point we practiced what to do if your air runs out. You're not supposed to hold your breath while diving, but you certainly don't want your lungs to be empty when your supply goes dead.
Because you'll be under, grab your enemy, take him, and block him.
There's also the possibility you might have to engage the enemy. So, in a scene that reminded me of an old Bond movie, I was taught the basics of underwater fighting. One quick and permanent way to disable your opponent is to cut off his air. But of course, in the pool, you need to make sure you get his regulator back to him quickly. One thing you learn quickly is that life in the ВДВ is rarely quiet. If it's not a shouted order or 100 stamped boots, there's always the regimental song to learn. At least it calms down a bit in our free time. We still battle, mind you, although it's a little more mental than physical, and we're always finding out new things about each other.
I want to sign a contract. I didn't expect to like it here so much. Actually, all the men in my family have been in the military, so I want to go to military academy to keep doing my military activities.
And checkmate.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'll have to practice more.
You played well. My friend Alan seems to have mapped out his future. Most of us are still preparing for our first jump. We leap from tire to toughen up our feet, and then it's onto the trampoline.
From the center, one by one, ground.
Although it's anything but bouncy.
Countdown. It can happen while you're airborne that a fellow jumper moves towards you. So, to avoid collision, you have to give a command. A command to diverge. Louder. Pull the back one, soldier. Push up more. Keep your legs together. Harder, harder, harder. Pull, pull. You have to pull yourself up to shoulder level. Then it'll make sense. Attention, please. First, to how you exit the aircraft. Information. The closer you group, the better. You should bend your knees slightly, like you do on the ramp when you get ready to land. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Questions?
No, sir.
Right. Number one, hook up and go on.
We were ready for our first big test. We hooked ourselves up to our model plane and prepared to jump. I just hoped it was going to go smoothly. 501, 502, 503, pull, 504, 505, canopy. Thanks, guys.
I say that if you're in your right mind, you're bound to be scared. Everyone's afraid. Everyone gets scared. But you have to overcome that fear and take that step to jump off the plane properly. Then wait for your parachute to deploy. And then you'll be overcome with emotion.
When you're on guard duty, you have plenty of time to watch people. And even though I've seen tempers flare several times, the only thing that's been thrown around is some colourful language. It seems to have been drummed into the guys that the man next to you might save your life one day, and you need to treat him accordingly. I've been trying to put my faith in a parachute to save my life. Logically, I know it would. In reality, I'm not so sure. It was time for my last boot camp jump. The exercise in the model plane had gone like clockwork. But as I saw the ground get further and further away, everything became horribly real. Even watching someone else wasn't making it easier. I was 40 meters up, and every fiber of my being was telling me to head straight back down the ladder.
After we hook you, you step on this parapet. On my command, ready? You adopt the stance. Upon the command go, you exit the tower. You ready?
ВДВ Браун, выйти, выйти. Приготовиться.
Get ready.
Приготовиться.
Private Brown, out.
При отделении от вышки разворачивайся в сторону.
When you leave exit tower, try to turn towards it. Private Brown, come on. Ready? Ready. Put your hand on the harness. Faster.
It was a nightmare. One half of my brain saying, "You've seen it's safe, you've trained for this," and the other screaming at me, "If you jump off this tower, you're going to die."
James, concentrate as much as possible.
When I feel something's holding me, it's okay. Here, I don't feel anything. It's really frightening. It's just that. It's okay.
Lower your head. Ready? Half a step with your left foot.
I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. I don't know what. Look, can you stop filming? Because I've got nothing left. I don't know what to do here.
I hated myself for not being able to jump. I hoped I'd get another chance, but that was going to have to wait. Boot camp was almost over, and I was looking forward to watching the troops take the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hello, paratrooper guards.
Hello, comrade, Colonel of the Guard!
At ease.
It's a proud moment for the soldiers, and their whole families are there to see them.
I swear to fulfill my military duty honorably, to defend freedom, independence, and the Russian Federation, my people and my homeland.
And VDV veterans are on hand to offer the new soldiers some words of advice.
I serve the Russian Federation.
Congratulations and good luck in the paratroopers. I wish you good discipline, good fighting kit, and good studies.
I serve the Russian Federation.
My wish is for these guys to serve conscientiously and prepare well for the year, so that in the event of war or any other unforeseen circumstances, we'll be able to fulfill our combat role honorably.
There's no question, my time in boot camp has been the most physically demanding of my life. But you quickly feel that you're part of something special. The sense of comradeship is very genuine here, even for an outsider. I've got no doubts that in a combat situation, these guys would lay down their lives for each other. Among a group of non-professional soldiers, many still teenagers, that shocked me most of all. Some of them will stay in Tula, others, like me, are destined for regiments around Russia. It's still possible I'll get the opportunity to redeem myself, but for now, I'm on leave. Although you already know that.
Oh, you're so nice.